Hello, 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 beautiful souls. How are you? Happy Monday. It is Magical Monday, and we are here live on Facebook, Zoom, and Instagram. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm here in Brisbane, Australia. It is absolutely a sensational day. It's the weather's it's been gorgeous, and this is our winter. So we're at 22 degrees Celsius. And in the middle of the day, beautiful. Anyway, how was your weekend? A quick update on what I've been up to. On the weekend, I taught Palawa Healing Level 1 and Level 2, which is a workshop that I've been teaching for 19 years. And what it does is it shifts consciousness, expands awareness, and connects all 12 strands of DNA. And the students who were attuned, because I give the attunements during the actual hi Amy, thanks for being here. I do the attunements in the workshop, and this is what will allow them to do healings on other people. And the shifts and the transformation was absolutely incredible. It was amazing, and they were completely blown away. So I can I'll keep you posted when I'm doing another introduction to the Palawa Healing, and that is an online presentation. So if you're interested, let me know if you'd like to find out more. Also, I'll be teaching the Reiki Level 1 and Level 2. That's coming up as well. So I was drawn to a different deck today for the Mystical Journey deck, and I'm going to just feel into what people need today. And if you've got any questions, let me know. Also, if you would like me to pull a card for you, also let me know. And though yesterday being Sunday, it's self-care Sunday, and Amy, you're in the US, so you're still on your Sunday. And self-care Sunday is all about nurturing you. What some people do on, their self-care list is, right, I've got to do this and this and this. So they actually have a to-do list to cover all their self-care items. I recommend not to do that. It's about really just let go of the list and allow yourself to feel what your body needs on the day for you. Okay. And Amy would like a card. Beautiful. Which deck, Amy? Would you like the Mystical Journey? I'm burning incense in the I don't know if you can see that. I've got just near the salt lamp, there's this burner, and the incense on that, it's really strong. It's actually getting up my nose. It's quite strong. Anyway, yes, Amy, Mystical Journey Oracle. Okay, beautiful. I will pull a card. And do you have any questions? If you have a specific question, and also just give me a 1, 2, or 3 in regards to the pile, because I'll make 3 piles while I'm shuffling. Feels like you've been very busy, very productive, Amy. There's a lot going on for you. So actually talking about self-care, that's a good reminder for us all, especially as an entrepreneur and business owner. We're wearing many hats and we're juggling many things. So, okay, number 3. So let's keep shuffling until. Okay, this is it. So that's your card, Amy, and it says rebirth. Wow. So the rebirth. And I actually mentioned this, with like this year, we're nearly halfway through the year, but for everyone, this year has been a rebirthing. Really trying to be in the moment. Beautiful. So this is the message of this card. You feel you have done your best to make yourself lovable, to be the perfect lover, wife, husband, mother, father, child, sibling, or friend. However, every failure and every disappointment has left you feeling disillusioned and broken. Each break symbolizes a past trauma, a broken heart, a wound, the loss of a dear friend, or a betrayal. How easy it would be to become bitter and hardened, your heart against love. In the distress, call upon the universal spirit of love, and it will patiently guide you to rebuild yourself piece by piece. The rebirth card is inspired by, and it's kintsugi, which is the Japanese art of, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery with gold. Yeah, I don't think I've, but I do know the process where the broken pieces are lovingly mended with golden lacquer and become part of the object's story. A beautiful technique that highlights the imperfections of each break. Similarly, each broken part of you becomes part of the rich tapestry of your life story. Through destruction comes repair and rebirth. You must accept and love your broken pieces and transmute them into gold and love, becoming stronger in the process. The pure gold of love will open your heart and soul, and like the gold leaf in the kintsugi, will restructure the broken pieces of your heart and make it shine. You are becoming a new being. So the action is focus on the spirit of love that rests in you and bring it to the center of your life. This action will free you from feeling dependent on the love of others to feel whole, because you are loved by love itself. Wow. That message relates, I'm sure so many people can relate to that, okay? Because we all came here with our soul's purpose, but we also, and this is what I was talking about yesterday with my students, is all the traumas, all the experiences, all the heartbreaks, and all the everything that we've been through in this life and past lives. It's like nothing can hurt you, harm you, or destroy you. So this is where we are, resilient, but it's about acknowledging that the past is the past, and as we rebirth and put those pieces together, we keep moving forward, because it's like that saying, right? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Everything that we have been through has made us a stronger being of who we are today. I know that for myself, you know, my whole experience and all the trauma, everything that I've been through has given me the actual experience in order to help other clients who have had a similar experience, either with abuse and trauma and health issues. And, you know, there's a lot of things. It's all about working with the child within. And so everything that we've all been through, it's not a failure, it's actually such a blessing in our life. And when you can actually look at that from a different perspective and see it as no one can hurt you, harm you, or destroy you. Everyone is a reflection and a mirror for us to learn and grow, for our soul's growth and our soul's evolution. And that's why we came here on this earth, on this playground, in order to play with all these people who may have killed us in previous lives. Okay, but our job, I use that word very loosely, our job is to actually stand in our power and be the being that we chose to be when we came here. And I'm always under construction. Absolutely, we all are. There is no perfection. And so I'll tell you a funny story, and I actually shared this with someone the other day. So people think that, you know, a masters are so enlightened and so perfect, right? And so there was a master who was so angry, and he was just throwing all these chairs and tables and smashing against the wall. And his disciple said, "But master, you're such an enlightened master. You must be perfect." And his response was, "Yes, and I am perfectly feeling anger right now." And so that's it, you know, in this human body, we're all under construction. We all feel these feelings, these emotions, they come up on a daily basis. And that's what makes this life's journey so incredibly rich and juicy, because we're always learning and growing. And so we're all in this together. We're all learning. So thanks for being here, Amy, and thanks for joining. And thanks, Kaz. I did see that. Beautiful. Yeah. Powerful message. And absolutely. So, yeah, it's about really being in the present moment, feeling the feelings, feeling the emotions when they come up, and just acknowledge it and be the observer, and actually say, wow, okay, I feel anger right now. Interesting. Without judging it, without condemning it, without, you know, going into a whole story about it. It's like, oh, I feel anger. And this is where you can, you know, do your breath work. You can do EFT tapping. You can do journaling, meditation, whatever tool works for you. What I did yesterday is, because we were doing all the 7 symbols, part of the workshop, and the symbols can, every single symbol has a feeling and it has energy. And so it's really important to make sure that you ground, as well as keep your water up, and also keep your sugars up, because there's a lot happening physiologically in your body. So I said, take your shoes off, stand out on the grass. And we just stood there and just sucked up the earth energy up through the soles of our feet. just to ground, because after 7 symbols, there's a lot of energy that is flowing through your body. And so awesome. Okay. Now, Kaz, would you like a card? Thanks for joining. Sorry, it scrolled down and yeah, bare feet on the grass. Absolutely. It is the best. And do you know, being bare feet on the grass actually changes the molecular structure in your blood and your physiology in your body. And so Google it, because there's been a lot of scientific research on earthing. Now, many years ago when I lived in the States, I actually bought the earthing kit, which, you know, you put the sheet on your bed and it plugs into the earthing thing in your PowerPoint. And then you've got another pad to put under your feet, so when you're sitting at your desk, and then there's a rod, you know, you can put in the ground. So there, we're in space. So yeah, look up earthing, and there's a lot of information on that. Okay, Kaz, I will. So Kaz, would you like a mystical journey card as well? Actually, let me just pull up the comments here. The comments on Facebook. And oh, sorry, Facebook. Sorry, let me just turn the. Deborah. Yes. Yes. I am doing readings. Let me know if you would like a card. And sorry, I've got 3 different platforms going. And also I've got 3 different decks. So if you'd like a card, I've got the Mystical Journey deck, as well as the Good Tarot deck, and my other ones are the Keepers of the Light, which is all the Ascended Masters. So let me know which deck, and also which pile. So give me a 1, 2, or 3, and just imagine 3 piles, and give me a number if you would like me to choose a card. And also if you have an actual specific question. And so, okay. Keepers of the Light. We're changing decks for Kaz. Kaz and I were just at the gym this morning doing our class together, which was awesome. Always is. I love the classes at the gym. It doesn't matter what class, I always enjoy it. And okay, so number 3, we are okay. And number 3. Let me shuffle that again. I was really going to choose one for you. Number 3. Life force. So, Sanandus, which is express your driving passion, sensual and sexual powers are increased. And the life force is the life force energy that runs through our meridians, through our body. And this is all based on the Chinese ancient teachings from thousands of years ago. The life force energy, also known as chi, is those invisible lines that run through our body where all the acupuncture points are along those lines. And so it's important, especially for your vitality and health and well-being, is to make sure that those energy lines are clear and running through your body, because if there's any blockages along the way, that can cause illness and disease. And that's why getting acupuncture, they put needles in those points to free up and get the energy and the life force energy flowing. So the message here for you, Kaz, is there is a deep buildup of life force within you now and a need to channel it into action. You may have extra energy to be more alert than usual, or be aware of a sense of increased sensual or sexual energy. If you've been unsure about how this ties into your spiritual path, know that it can allow you to access the richness of your soul. When we are not expressing ourselves sexually, our spiritual potential can become tamed or muted. So if you are denying yourself a desire, ask yourself how you can fulfill it. Ask Sananus to help you access your sexual self so that you can express it with integrity and in a way that honors your soul. If you and your partner are trying for a child and this card appears, fertility is very possible, especially if Bridget, Sananus, the twin flame, is present too. Interesting. Now, for women, if we're, just as a side note on that, if we're, because the sexual energy is all based at the second chakra, right? Our sacral chakra. So for women, if we aren't creating and making a baby, well, then that energy needs to be directed into another thing. And this is where it can be a project or writing a book or creating something else. And this is where our creativity and all that energy that we would normally put into making a baby is directed into creating something beautiful, creating, like or painting or whatever it is, creating something. So you know what your creative juices are and what you enjoy doing. This could be cooking, it could be gardening, it could be painting, art therapy. There's so many things. So let me know, Kaz, what are you creating right now? Because I know you're about to run this marathon this weekend. So that's what you've been working on for a while, doing lots of training for. Go girl. Okay, now Deborah, are you still with us? You're on Facebook, and would you like a card? So otherwise, I will choose a card for everybody. And we just, last week we had the solstice. That's either the summer solstice, winter solstice, whichever hemisphere you live in. And the energy has just been really, well, the energy has been intense for months and months. So what I've been saying to all my clients is to stay on the surfboard and ride that wave, and just be aware of when you feel like you're being plummeted down, okay? And so Kaz just said she's been working on some photographic work. Awesome. Well, that's very creative. Yes. Are you so welcome, love? Anytime. anytime. Beautiful, and thanks for being here. Okay. Any questions? Okay. I know next time not to burn that incense before, because my eyes and my nose, it is super strong. You can't smell it on your end, though. Yeah, it's very clearing. Okay, I am choosing a card for everyone because I know everyone is going through massive transformation, massive changes, massive upgrades, and it's an exciting journey. And sometimes, it can be feeling overwhelming. So this is the card, and it says Divine Gateway. So Divine Gateway, I feel like we are all stepping into our divine gateway. It's like we all came here for this soul's mission. This isn't our first rodeo, okay? And we are really going into trusting, and this is where I really encourage you to feel into every choice and every decision that you make. Last week I did a presentation on the three brains. How do you make your choices and decisions, from your head, your heart, or your gut? And so I won't go into it today, but it's like everyone is at this crossroads where we're all, people are waking up, consciousness is shifting on the planet. And also know and be aware that your thoughts as an individual, I know there's 8 billion people out on the planet, but your thoughts actually contribute to the collective. Okay, so we're all in this together, and we're all feeling everything that's going on in the collective, right around globally and multidimensionally. So no one's excluded, no one's left out. We're all in this together. And we're all feeling these changes, these upgrades, this ascension. It's happening for everybody. Okay, so Divine Gateway is ancient. You know what? I'm just going to put some helpers on. Just magnifies. Okay, so ancient myths and legends talk of places of power that hold within them portals to other dimensions that are beyond our wildest dreams. However, with the right preparation and mindset, we can visit these dimensions and return with sacred knowledge. Many of these divine gateways are believed to be Lemurian in origin. The Lemurians, highly advanced beings who use telepathy and teleportation, are said to have inhabited the earth many millions of years ago. They built great healing temples full of light and crystal and could heal each other with thought and sound. The Lemurians revered plants and the natural world, and designed beautiful gardens and orchards. The Divine Gateway card holds within its energy of the Garden of Eden, of a time when humans lived in an earthly paradise. A sacred odyssey or quest is indicated, and this is a time of journeying inward to gain spiritual insights. You are in a state of transition as you raise your vibration into the lighter and finer energies. Escape the mundane world and move through this sacred gateway with ease and grace. The portal is starting to open. Do you dare to walk through? So the action is Saucer Lemurian Seed Point Crystal. These special crystals were left behind by the Lemurians to access their incredible knowledge and traditions. Hold your crystal and focus for a while on the doorway in this card. Imagine the beautiful decorative gateway opening up to the cosmos. You step inside, a mystical journey awaits you. Be sure to record your experiences. I love that. I've never chosen that card before. So as you know, we're all multidimensional, unlimited beings. We're not limited to just this earth plane called Earth. We can travel to any dimension, any galaxy, any planet, doesn't matter. That's the freedom that we have. So you aren't limited. Yes, we're in this physical body, but as a soul, you can travel anywhere. And I mean, I do take people on journeys, though it's all done in your mind. You just follow the movie that you see in your mind. And so thanks for joining. We got virtual angels by SOP, I think it is. Thanks for joining. So we all have this ability to travel. And if you've ever done any Merkaba work or macabre work, well, this is where we are born, and that's the two triangles which put together, that's a Merkaba. And so this is like our bathysphere that we can travel in. I just think of it as a ship, and then the bathysphere is what keeps us protected while we are in this dense environment. 2 seconds, I'm just going to close the door of my laundry. 1 moment. Sorry about that. I could hear the spin cycle of my washing machine going. So in our Merkaba, and you may have seen, you know, the 2 tetrahedron triangles, which is like a cage. If you go to any of those spiritual or mystical shops or New Earth shops or whatever they're called, you know, that sell cards and crystals. Now, they may have the frame where you can sit and meditate in it. Though everybody is born with a Merkaba around you, which protects you. And so that is your vehicle to travel and keep you protected wherever you travel to. So just know that you're not limited to just this earth plane. You can travel anywhere. If that's too deep and too out there and too woo-woo, well, disregard that information, and those who understand it, if you've got any questions, let me know, or there's plenty of information on Google. And so anyway, well, thank you for being here and joining us live. If you're listening to the replay, just put #replay, and if you've got any questions or if you'd like to book in for a clarity call, go to my website, lindabenn.com, LINDABENN, and you can always book a clarity call. Just click on the button from my website and we can have a private one-to-one. So have a magical week. So this is the last week of June, and we are halfway through the year. And what a ride it has been for this first half of 2023. And Thank you, Amy. Thanks for Kaz for being here. Awesome to have you. Sending you all much love, many blessings. Have a magical week. Go and create miracles everywhere you go. And I look forward to seeing you next Monday for the beginning of July. Okay. Much love and keep smiling and keep your energy vibration high. It will make you feel better everywhere you go, and just keep expecting those miracles. And you can say that I expect miracles and I always create miracles everywhere I go. So much love. Bye for now. And goodbye on Facebook.